Joel Hunter displays his ministry of love through acts of friendship and compassion. One of the first issues we worked on was human trafficking, a tragedy of modern-day slavery, and sadly, a crime that penalizes the victim with the burden of shame. He was also one of the very first voices to speak in favor of permanent supportive housing, an incredibly controversial concept when first presented. As chairman of the Regional Commission on Homelessness, Dr. Hunter pledged to impact chronic and systemic homelessness, and he has. From culture to politics to policy, Joel Hunter is not afraid to speak truth to power. I'm sure that is what made him such a valuable counselor to President Barack Obama, who, like all presidents, was no doubt surrounded by people who said the words he wanted to hear, but not the words he needed to hear. In his own heartfelt way, Dr. Hunter tells us what we need to hear, and always he delivers his message with humility and simplicity. Ladies and gentlemen, in tribute to his lifetime of work and the example he provides for our entire community, it is a pleasure beyond words to present the inaugural Joel C. Hunter Legacy Award to its namesake, my friend and mentor, the one and only Dr. Joel C. Hunter.
So let me tell you two good reasons that you're here tonight. To become more acquainted with the remarkable organization of Dave's House. Dave's House addresses two of the most critical crises of our area, homelessness and mental illness. We have grown 38% in like the last year in homelessness and unsheltered housing. We are the second worst city in the United States for affordable housing availability. And so to have an organization that addresses permanent supportive housing for people is amazing.
I am a survivor. I was raised by a mother who was a schizophrenic. I was able after 40 years to become a person in recovery, identifying with the fact that I had a mental illness as well as I had been in addiction from 8 years old until I was 40. And now I'm in the moving on process.
When I was working on my doctorate, this is literally 50 years ago, I spent a year in the Central State Hospital for the mentally insane in Indianapolis, Indiana. I was working on a medical clinical team. I developed such a heart for those struggling with mental illness. And to now be able to be a part of an organization that actually addresses these folks. I know that we want to rush to, well, this is a huge problem. How many people are you taking care of? And it's a considerable number. But the genius of Dave's House is to make it personal. They don't organize in order to solve a problem, but to help a person become whole.
They helped me out. They gave me, guidance. They, helped me get the meds that I needed, set me on a path where I can become more stable and feel normal again.
So I was able to get on the right meds and get on the right track with Dave's House. I want to thank you all for supporting us so much. It means a lot to me. I have a place to live now.
Dave's House changed my life. It gave me a place to call home. It gave me new friends to make. It gave me a place where I could create my new life over again.
Our question should not be, as a community, how much of the problem are you solving? But how is your life an example of solving the problem? And so I'm so blown away by accepting this award. And the main reason I'm accepting it is because the award comes with the prospect of recognizing other community heroes in the future. They stand among us right now, by the way. And that's the second part of this. I want to tell you, there's so many of you know who you are, who deserve this so much more than I do. And we're coming to you. We are coming to you. 2 hours before my last sermon at Northland Church, President Obama called me And he said, so what are you going to be doing now? And I said, I'm going to end my working life like you began yours. Remember, in 1985, he went to Chicago after he had graduated from Harvard Law School for a salary of $12,000 to become a community organizer, to work for the vulnerable in his community. I said, that's what I want to do at the end of my life. And I want to do it with people who care more about those who have been left out than they care about how much they're accumulating. That's you. That's you. So God bless you and what you're doing in this community.